As I was telling you yesterday, and as you can see very well on my screen now as well, which is four types of analysis: your descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and your prescriptive. Descriptive, we have seen yesterday, which really tells us what has happened in the past. Like anything that has really happened, like I did give the example of our Big Billion Days and your Amazon's Great Indian Festival. So whatever sales would have happened during that time, any software that is being maintained by the company, they are going to capture the data as in when people are going to order online. It's going to capture the data. If that data is given to us and we are asked to analyze that data, so that type of analysis is nothing but the descriptive analysis. Okay, next today comes as diagnostic analysis. Diagnostic is Diagnostic is nothing but we are going to dig in further as to why it did happen. Okay, what happened is descriptive. Next comes in the picture, I'm telling it's a diagnostic as to why it did happen. Say if a sales is booming, why it boomed as of, all of a sudden. Not that we are really kind of skeptical as to how it can increase or why it is increasing and all, nothing like that. Any sudden change, like say, suppose my sales has dropped over the last quarter, why did it really drop? So that kind of digging in, which is like we do, if at all you had come across a term which says as RCA, root cause analysis. So it is going to really analyze. We would need some extra supporting data for us to really analyze why it did happen. In fact, many of the times the stepping stone will be the descriptive part only. Like descriptive, we would really end up with the visualizations like charts and all. That will kind of really give us a picture what issues might have happened in the past time. Say maybe on a particular month the sales is less means I can just think of an okay if a specific month the sales is less means in pivot table we have something called details. If you all remember, there is an option onto the left hand side, um, the place where it shows what is the active field and also the pivot table name. You that pivot table names below only you can see what's your get pivot data. That particular function you can really that by default it will be generate get pivot data. That switch will be on. It will the checkbox will be on, right? So just near to that only you have something called details. So you do get your the record. Say suppose we are in October. So September month, if it's been reported that some sort of decrease in sales has happened, that too maybe some 10 to 15% has got decreased. We have been asked to really analyze why it did happen means that particular month. I mean, when we are plotting our, when we are really building our pivot table with a month and month-wise sales, I can really go in and go in for the show details or the show details. A separate sheet will be created for me with the supporting data. Like pivot table is a summarization. I will get the details like which all records or rows have gone to building that particular summarization. There I can have some more detail. I can really again one more pivot table out of the details I can form and go into dig in a bit more further. Of course you do have other ways of doing that. Okay, here one of the examples really show here as to, let me read this part for you all. Diagnostic analytics seek to delve deeper in order to understand why something happened, the reason why it happened. The main purpose of diagnostic analytics is to identify and respond to anomalies within your data. Like I just example I told you, like your past month it has decreased means I can get to the details, show details option of my pivot table to get the underlying data, kind of a supporting data, which will, if I am going to analyze the data more, I will get some what could be the reasons. Maybe any particular region has caused that, or maybe any particular product has really been responsible for that particular decrease in sales, or maybe some sort of overhead charges or your operational charges. All of those might have been the reasons why the sales have got decreased. Okay, here the example says, for example, if your descriptive analysis shows that there has been 20% drop in sales for the month of March, you will have to find out why. The next logical step is to perform a diagnostic analysis. Of course, nothing but root cause. You just have to go to the root cause. Now, here, the example, the reasoning that we have given as an example, the reason behind the 20% drop is, say for some reason, uh, people who are ordering the products through website, your desktop website, I won't say desktop, just website, I'll say, they are very easily able to select their products, add it to the cart, going for your like payment money. They just going for very, very much able to going for the payment, and then they are able to successfully place an order for that product. But say for some reason, maybe some technical issue, anyone who is going to try to order the same product through a mobile app, that same company, if they have a mobile app, we all do that nowadays, right? Instead of going to the website, we do access that same web page using a mobile application. We do that. So maybe due to some reason, due to some technical issues, the add to cart, okay, add to cart, or in fact, not even add to cart, that particular payment page, when I try to access through a mobile app, it's not getting loaded properly. Okay, that happens even when we try out the website. But here the example says it is happening in that mobile app only. So at that time, what can we do? We have, okay, maybe if you're patient enough, maybe you might try for the second time. Maybe, chalo, if you're too much patient, third time you might try. But after that, nobody is going to have a, okay, what they might not, they might even lose interest in ordering that particular product. Only unless and until if the product is very much necessary for the person, he might go in for the website through he might open a laptop or desktop anywhere. He's going to order that way. But as otherwise, the people who are not going to really get in the orders placed using the mobile app, the company is losing out on those customers. So that has really caused in the reason for the 20% drop in sales for a particular month or particular quarter. These kind of issues will be very much readily identified, not for a quarter, but for a specific month wise. That's much more. If that gets identified very much readily, it's better. Otherwise, the company is going to really lose out. As if it gets if it goes on unnoticed for a good long time, definitely a good loss is going to happen. So that's your one of the reasons, or maybe the how you can do a root cause analysis. There could be another reasons why always to look at the negative part, like always there's a decrease in sales. It could happen that all of a sudden the sales has really boomed up. That could be really very much attributed to influencer marketing. It's when it's written bold enough. What is it, influencer marketing? Now it may happen that our favorite maybe the cricketer, I mean, sports person, not definitely cricket, any other like football and all could be also there. Or any famous sports person, or a cinema star, or anyone who is very much kind of a very one influencer and all. Na? Even nowadays, the other social influencers are also there. If they are endorsing a product, people do get very easily influenced, and they are readily wanting to buy that particular product, saying that, okay, my favorite person says that this particular product is has worked out very well for him. Why not me also try the same and enjoy the benefits? It could be that way. So when the endorsement is done by a famous personality, people tend to buy the product more. And due to that behavior, the sales can increase. So that kind of concept is really called power of influencer marketing. Okay, but of course I am telling this all at a basic level. At a higher, more deeper level, it's you would have to really go through different logistics or algorithms like probability theory or regression analysis, filtering, time series and all, to really reach at the conclusion or really find out the reason as to reason of why it did happen. Basic root cause analysis. Okay, that's your diagnostic part. Next comes predictive. Now, something happened, you have found out what had happened. You are even what to say, you are even able to analyze or dig in further to understand why it did happen. So based on this knowledge, we should be able to predictive like kind of forecast, or we should be able to predict what is likely to happen. Okay, that's what is that part of analysis is called a predictive analysis. See, a predictive analysis seeks to predict what is likely to happen in the future based on your past patterns and trends. Data analysis analysts can devise predictive models which estimate the likelihood of a future event or outcome. Okay, this is especially useful as it enables businesses to plan ahead. One example here that you may, this is kind of, if I really say, especially in inventory management, I can give another, of course, that is one that I'm going to share it with you all. It's not here. Listen to it for a better understanding. Now, maybe, for example, like a car showroom company or maybe a mobile company, okay, they are really having the historical data in front of them. Okay. Their analysts have really analyzed, I mean, come up with visualizations and charts. They are seeing that the seasonality effects they're really seeing, like your year end or maybe Christmas, Diwali, Navaratri, okay, maybe your the initial Pongal time and all of those like basic festivities. Makar Shankranti, basically, Pongal is all south. Makar Shankranti is a kind of generic word. So any festivals, I'm talking based on India. Of course, you have your US and all, that's different part. Let's stick to India. Did our connection go off sometime? I did heard a sound, that's why I'm just trying to ask you. So it didn't get disconnected, na? Is it all going fine? No interruption, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If it's there, let me know. Okay. Now, yes, that seasonality thing, taking into effect, he is able to really see, just seeing based on past, even maybe the past 1 year, he is just seeing, especially on these festivity times, people tend to buy more of mobiles. They want new handsets to be really brought in. So maybe at that time, if he does sees that during all these festival times, since people are I mean, wanting to buy more or all the more of electronics like mobiles and all. So he is seeing that trend. He is kind of planning. Okay, maybe we are just a few days to Diwali. Then I should really keep up offer during Diwali to really boom up my sales. And if I have that strategy in mind to keep up offers, that's manufacturing team and the inventory management team, especially supply chain and talking about. Those people should be very, very much ready with those handsets based on the forecasting and all. They should be really okay. Maybe we are going to get a order like overall maybe some 1 lakh pieces people are going to order. We might be requiring that. So he would have to really connect the sales team has to connect with the supply chain and the manufacturing team. He has to really see whether that much data, I mean, your handsets are really available with them. If it's not available, he should be ordering the manufacturing team to manufacture the products, keep the units ready with them, so that when the time comes, the people should be the team and the company should be very much ready available to handle them. So something like you see, you look onto your history, you understand the trend, and you are going to predict like this is very much since this has happened. Maybe past Diwali, we had a good sales keeping the offers. So the same thing is more likely to happen this Diwali also. So let me come up with a plan to handle that demand. That's what is your predictive analysis. Now here, what in the workbook, the example is given is you are a restaurant owner. You do see, and you are obviously very much tied up with the delivery boys from Swiggy or Zomato and all. You're very much tied up. The restaurant owner, he's seeing that past, I mean, on a general basis, he's seeing, or maybe due to the festive seasons or something, he's seeing that on weekends, on Saturday, Sunday, the number of orders that are pouring in are more compared to your weekdays. So, seeing that, maybe he feels that the number of delivery guys I am really having now, maybe he's just having 10 of them. Weekday, the orderings he's able to complete with those 10 persons, the 10 delivery guys. But maybe on weekends, due to the extra orders that are coming up, his delivery persons are okay. They are able to finish. Maybe a few of them are getting missed out. Like the food is getting delivered to the customer a bit late. The customer is giving a feedback that it was a late delivery and delayed delivery and so on. He's giving that. So to avoid that and seeing the past few weeks, the trend or the extra orders that come in during the weekends, the owner decides to hire in two more delivery guys, especially for the weekend. So instead of on the weekend, it's not 12, it's not 10, but 12 delivery guys. So that extra two members there means he will be able to handle the extra orders that are pouring in, and he can really avoid any sort of customer friction as to it has not reached on time. Very much every other delivery is really reaching on time. So that could be one of the way, just after forecasting, kind of predicting what is likely to happen and getting ready for that. Okay, now that is there, kind of planning ahead. I'll say now getting ready and planning ahead, both of them. And of course, this predictive analysis, you forecasting is one area. Obviously, he is forecasting that this may happen. Let me get ready. Let me plan a way to be ready for that particular event. He is going to do that. So the predictive analysis is also being used for classification. A classification is, example wise, if you see, it's also all written over here. Say a credit card company is there, they are going to use this predictive analysis, especially the classification branch. They are going to use that to classify their customers as defaulters and non-defaulters. Like many customers, they might pay the credit card bill on time before the due date. Those are all non-defaulters. And there could be again many of them who are they don't pay the bill on time. They always pay the extra fine and then do that. So those are non-defaulters. So this classification really helps. This particular algorithm really helps to classify the customers, put up flags like this person is a defaulter, this person is a non-defaulter, like that. It helps us. So if you have a bunch of, I mean, if you have the details who are defaulters and non-defaulters, the credit card company will be able to handle them better. Okay. And yes, this and all are kind of high tech and like your the algorithms and that I'm really discussing or telling you all, not discussing, I'll just say briefing on. It's all part of your the machine learning models, okay? Not the ones that we have been learning. We have been learning all about descriptive only. Something that has happened, I am trying to analyze what happened. So that's what is your predictive analysis. Last of all is your prescriptive. So prescriptive analysis looks at what happened, why it happened, and what might happen in order to determine what should be done next. It's something like you have some um, kind of some uneasiness you're feeling for past few days. You go to the doctor, you mention him the symptoms. Okay, you're mentioning the symptoms and saying that you're a bit uneasy, something that you maybe are getting tired very easily and all. You can really tell all those things to the doctor. He is going to run like what has happened, you are telling. So that's part of the descriptive thing. Why it did happen, he might run, he might conduct a few blood tests and all to see what has happened. So that's your diagnostic. And coming to predictive part, I can say that he might, after he understands why it did happen, what is the first what happened and why it did happen, he might even come up with saying if this like after things become clear as what has happened, he will definitely say that if you are going to continue like this, maybe it might become more worse. Okay, so you should be ready to kind of handle it in the way that he's going to give a prescription, maybe going for a exercise, do regular exercise. Maybe he might, if it's a very severe one, he might even prescribe you medicines. If it's not a severe one, maybe something that can be handled with a bit of lifestyle changes, he's going to prescribe you all those. So that's prescribing. The prescription is all about the prescriptive analysis. Okay. So remember that doctor's prescription, and this is kind of a same. Okay, the example that is very much available in our sheet is, oh, wait, it is nothing but you have your Google Maps, no? We all, yeah, few people say don't trust Google Maps, few people always trust the Google Maps. Anyway, I'm not going to that debate as of now. I am just looking at if you are wanting to reach a destination at a specific time, you maybe it's a new destination, you are going to a new place. First thing that will really come to your mind is open your Google Maps onto your mobile, given your source, your destination, and you see how much distance is there and what are the routes. When you if, when the moment you given your source and destination, it comes up with it gives you the route and the distance it tells you, and also at the bottom it will give you maybe at times if you go for the direction or even without direction, directions can be definitely used to really understand which are the possible routes that I could take. It will even consider the current traffic conditions as to this particular road, the maybe the work is going on for like a metro work is going on. Maybe there's going to be a completely stagnant, the traffic is more, maybe you should take some other route. Okay, it does also give us options like if you take a bus, this much time is going to have a take. Maybe if you take a car, this much. Car and cab are kind of a same logic, no? But if you take a maybe a metro, we could reach much more faster because metro is not dependent on the traffic ones, right? And of course, if you take a, if your route is not having the metro, maybe you could take a two-wheeler also. Two-wheeler, it kind of, you can go in through your shortcuts, nooks and all to reach your destination. So each and every option that you may really try, it will come up with what are the like pros and cons, how much time it's going to take. You will seeing all these possible suggestions that Google Maps is going to give you. You are going to pick up the route which is best for you and which may even give you the shortest time to reach the destination. So that's all about the prescriptive, nothing more. Okay, so four types of analysis: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and your prescriptive. Hopefully, you all have not dozed off because I went for a good storytelling. I went off. Here, a summary of it is being given. Okay, when you are opening this, just look onto it. What is given? Okay, so with that, the data analysis one is also done. I will open something called a sample project. The name is with the same sample project in our Google Drive. Use this one. Wait, let me open and see. My sample project is all about inventory management. Yes. It's with the same name, okay? In our Google Drive, you may search and you may download that as well. Okay, we have got around 25 minutes, 25 to 30, near about. So shall we start today about this? This will be the last one in our course. After that, tomorrow it will be just, if we have completed today, then it's a mock interview. Even if we are not completed, maybe the first 10, 15 minutes I'll complete what is left out, and then we can go in for a mock interview. So shall I start now? You're all seeing my screen. Yes. Okay. What happened? Your mics are not working. Okay. Now inventory management at Ola, it's the details are about a nearby Kirana store. When I say Kirana store, I don't know how many of you understand the word. Nothing but a neighborhood grocery store. Okay. In Tamil, it's called the potti kadai or petti kadai, whatever you say. That same thing only. Uh, the based on their details, their day to day or month to month, how they are going to deal with the inventory. I have just told about that. Okay. There are three sheets. Okay, three input sheets over here. First one that you're seeing here is a product master sheet. It tells me about 10 products. Okay. I have just picked up 10 products from the grocery store. Product ID, product name, which category they belong in. There are three product categories. You can see that. The next detail over here is your unit price. Unit price as in price of one unit of that particular product. Okay, next comes your reorder level. Now, reorder level in inventory management, it's a concept which tells me what is the safest level that should be maintained in the store to avoid out of stock situation. Okay, meaning to say, my first one is your detergent, right? The product name, detergent, as in product ID, prod 001. That particular product, I should have 250 units available at any time in my store so that whenever people come and ask for that product, I should be able to give them. I should be able to provide them. There shouldn't be any sort of it should be completely uninterrupted supply. I should be able to do this business. I should be able to do the sales. So, but then if the units available at any time in the store, if it goes below 250, we may reach or we may come to a condition something like you're out of stock. Now, out of stock, there is a issue like if a product is not there, then the customer is going to return back empty handed. We may even lose the customer, as in we may even, I'm not saying completely losing the customer, as in we are going to lose that particular transaction or business. Maybe if that the particular product which the customer is asking, if it had been there in my store, if I had kept it readily available in my store, I could just give him. The business would have gone smoothly. But when it's not available, we just say it's out of stock. It may happen that he or she, the customer might go and order it online. We have good lot of grocery apps nowadays. like grocery delivery apps nowadays. So he might, the store, the owner, the store might, the physical store that I'm talking about, he will lose on that particular business. Maybe, yeah, he is going to lose out. So that is not good for that store, right? So, in order to avoid such a situation, this reorder level should be maintained. So, reorder level, nothing but a safe level. If you at any time the units that are being that you have in the store, if it is equal, greater is not a big deal. It's good only. Greater is in fact very, very good. But at least if you are maintaining the reorder level, then you are in a safe zone. You won't go to the your out of stock. You should be really maintaining. You should have a maintaining maybe maintaining a sheet. We all have now learned what is Excel, how to use Excel and all. We should be having like a statistics as to which product is really going, it is equal to or above, and which of them are really below the reorder level. If we are going, if any of the product is going below the reorder level, better to give in a fresh order and get the units purchased and make it available in the store. Okay, that's your reorder level. Okay, these three, available stock value and status, all three are three calculations. I will be able to explain you once we get to know what is the stock inflow and outflow. Okay. After I just tell you about these two, I will come over here and mention and tell you, brief you about these three calculations. Okay, it's like a master list. Okay, the master list of the 10 product is being given here. Their name, unit price, reorder level, and every other thing. What is the stock inflow? Now, stock inflow is nothing but the details of the purchases that are being happening in the store day in and day out. Okay, I have here around 8 months of data. If you see here, it's in 2024, 8 months data I am really having till August, January to August. You may definitely add more data to have an idea. You can do that. So date, the day when the purchase was made, I just have a small formatting I have done to have this particular year, I mean month and year. Then the product ID is given, the product name, category, unit price, units received, as in how much units of this particular product was purchased on this date. And the total value is nothing but unit purchased or received into the unit price. So 250 into 10 is your 2500. It's a table. You can see that all these three input sheets are tables. Okay, Excel tables. Now, just like stock inflow is all about the purchases, stock outflow is all about the sales that is happening day into day out. Okay, so same details, but this date is about um, the transaction dates when the sales has actually happened. So here also you are very much able to see the units sold. There it was units received, as in bought in or purchased. Here it's your units sold. So total value is unit sold into unit price. That's what you're seeing here. So once you have these like your stock inflow and outflow, I can calculate how much stock is available per product in the store currently. I can find out. As in what it will be. Okay, I'll tell you. If you look onto this, it's nothing but sum if. There are two sum ifs. We are just finding out the difference between them. But what is that particular that we are trying to find out? Available stock. Okay, product one, PRD 001. I'll come to the stock inflow. Let me filter based on that. Prod 001. Okay, you have around like all 250 now. Okay, I will just sum up all these units received regardless of the month, or yeah, regardless of the month and date. Basically, regardless of the date, I'm seeing 2000 units have been purchased. Okay, as a whole, overall. And the same prod 001, how much it was sold? It is 1461. So 2000 minus 460 for 1461 is nothing but 1539. Sorry, 539. So that's what if you see here, it's just sum if. Stock in is the table name. First table name here, the master sheet, it's your product list. Stock inflow is stock in, stock outflow is stock out. Okay. So if you come here, what is it? I am going sum if we all know there are three of them, three arguments. First one is the criteria range. That is my stock in product ID should be equal to this product ID. So that's why at the rate product ID, we are putting the formula here now. So that at the rate, and we last one sum range, we are going to sum up the units received based on what product? Prod 001. So that's your stock inflow. Like for prod 1, how many units we have purchased. Same way, sum if we are using for that same prod 001, how many units were sold out. We find the difference 2000 minus 1461. We get 539. Okay. That is now here you are finding that available stock based on product. Okay. That after you find out that here your available stock value. So unit price is given, available stock is there. Like units, available stock means what? How many units are currently available in hand? That's what is your available stock, nothing else. Okay, maybe just for example, yesterday you might have purchased maybe around 100 units of detergent. Today, I mean, yesterday and today, if you see, at the end of today, you might have sold out maybe around 50 detergents. So, what is in hand at the end of today? 100 minus 50. 50 is what you're having in hand. Okay, that's what is your available stock. Okay, now what is available stock value? Available stock into unit price is your available stock value. You can see the multiplier product that we have already given here, the formula that we have really given here. Okay, now based on the available stock and your reorder level, we can find out the status. Now here it says stock okay. How does the stock okay really we are setting up the status means if my available stock is greater than equal to reorder level, then we are stock okay. It says a bit ulta. No, it is saying correctly. What I told is right only. See, if we are going, if my available stock, if just think of it a bit ulta here it says if it goes below the reorder level, if my available stock is below reorder level, that is less than, I'll go for reorder now. That is, I am kind of going to a danger zone. So I should go for reorder now status. But here you can see almost all of them, all of the available stock per product, they are all greater than the reorder level. So it's your stock okay. That's what is even given here. Okay, say for example, for your understanding, if I make it 249, it's your reorder now. Okay. Well, just went for Control Z. So these three calculations, I believe it's all okay. It's a if function only that we have used. This is the starting calculation, but main calculation, let's see here. You are going to build something like this. Okay. It's some data that anyone might want to see. I'll tell you what are these data. I'll tell you. When I say items available on stock means those 10 items all together, how many is actually available. Okay. If you see here that mass is available stock, if you add up all of them, you're getting 3436. That's what is even available here. That's what is even given here. 3436. That's what is items available on stock. What is their value? Value is nothing but if you add up sum of these, you're going to get that 5 lakh 10, 5.1 lakh. That's what is even given here. These calculations here, I have not found out the total. I am going to find out here. I'll show you that. Those are the calculations that you are really going to add up there. And here it's a drop down list, data validation. Okay. You can just select the day, month, your month wise. Now, this is whatever you're seeing on top. It's not based on any month, specific month. It's a overall, and that too not based on any specific product also, overall. Without regarding any product or without regarding the date, the total items that are currently available and what is their value. But then the below we are selecting month to show up the same inventory, but with respect to specific month. So you can see what is the stock in, like how many units were purchased overall, how many units were sold out. You could do one more thing, but then if you are thinking maybe on a month level, I am seeing an overall picture. You could see the same picture. Maybe if you can add a product wise drop down, you can like two filters kind of a logic. If you have, you can do that. But yes, I have added that particular product name here also. If you want, you can see here. It's very much as a table. So here, category wise sales on February 2024, we are seeing, and within that same February, in that same month, February 2024, we are seeing a small table here, which gives me my product level, product based on each product, what's the reorder level, then what's the stock in, stock out, like units purchased and sold out. These all details are month based. Okay. And what's the available stock and what is the status currently. Okay, now to arrive at all of this, we are going to see our calculation sheet. Let's just go through it. First one, I told you available stock. I had added up, like summed up all of this now. So it is a table. So sum of available stock, that's nothing but my the calculation that I'm really wanting. See, sum of available stock, that available stock is belonging to the table product underscore list. Stock value. So sum of available stock value, again that available stock value is belonging to the product list. Okay, then it comes here to month start, month end. Now here if you see here, it tells me dashboard, exclamation mark and H13. Dashboard here is a dashboard, it's a sheet name. So H13 from dashboard. We are in H13. H13 is nothing but the drop down list for the month. So whatever month we are selecting here, that's going to be very much added here because we have created a connection between that drop down list and this cell reference. So equal to that sheet name, which is dashboard, exclamation mark and H13. Then month end, EO month. We all know end of month and it's obviously the current month. That's why B3 is the input, your start of the month, and 0 for your current month. Then within that same month, what is the stock in and stock out? So February 1st, right? Here it's based on the filter. We had put it on product one. Here we are going to put I removed that filter and now we are going to apply the filter on date. So it's going to be February, whole of February. That's what I have. Now units purchased is this, which is 1210. So what is the filter that we have to apply here? Obviously, some if you are going to do that, some of this units received, but there are going to be couple of I won't say couple, couple of filter like conditions or criteria. Criteria is the date should be, that is the stock in date. This is stock in, the table name is the table name is stock in. So from the stock in table, the date column, the date should be greater than equal to 1st of February, as well as the date should be less than equal to, again iterating, less than equal to 29th of February. Basically these two cell reference we are going to compare. You can see that if you open, you can see that. See, we are going to, if we sum if S, first one is your sum range. I've told you what we are going to sum up, units received, and the two criteria, so stocking date should be greater than equal to B3. B3 is this from the calculation. It should be less than equal to B4 from the calculation sheet. That's what is your this active month stocking. This is what you have even put in over here, 100 and, 1210. Same way, this is 826. 826 is stock out. That is units sold for the month of February. Units sold as in here. I'll clear this filter. Let me come here. If I add up this, what is it? 826. So we are going to, of course, we are going to use sum if S because two conditions are going to be there. We are going to add up this unit sold data or the whole of the column unit sold from this table stock out. But the date column here, it should be greater than that start date, greater than equal to start date. At the same time, it should be less than equal to the start date. See here, unit sold, we are really summing up based on my stock out date is greater than equal to that B3, less than equal to B4. Are these 6 calculations clear? Yes? No? Clear? Or have any doubts? If it's clear, I'll move on. Can I move on? Okay. Now, few more. These are all that text boxes that you're going to see. These are all text boxes. Okay. These are small. This one is also a text box. This is also a text box. Okay. This is also a text box. This is a small graphic. Of course, you may not always have this. You may have any other shape or graphics or what to say. Your selection pane, if you go now, you can see here. We are in this group 21. You can see here. This is your group 21. This is one of the text boxes which is having that equal to B5 from calculation sheet. B5 is this. Same way other one is B6. B6 is this. Okay. So if you come to this group, this is one text box. This is another. This is a graphics. You may that nothing but you can very well download a inventory management icon. Simple. Okay. Then all of this together to make it all look good. I'm having under a shape at the below of the group. Okay, you can see the shape is onto the last in the whole group. It's in the last order or the last position. You can say all three are on top of it. Same way, one more group for here. Okay, then what have I done? So these two and these two. Okay, so 4 of the main calculations we have done based on the month that we are selecting here. So if you come here, if you really select any other month, this is not going to change because this is not based on a month or any specific product. It's an overall currently how much units are available as a whole, how many product are available in the store and what is the stock value for them. Okay, but if you come down, this does change. It was 839 or 856 stock out was there. Stock in was same 1200, 1210. Maybe if I change to January, you will see here again the stock out is changing. The stock in is kind of a same. Again, this is all changing. Fine. So, but then we are to go, I have to do the calculation, get the thing ready for this particular one. So that particular column chart. It is over here. I have, that's a, like all three product categories are written here. We are finding out the total sales category wise. That too for the specific month. Like here, the current month is May 2024. So if you are going to find out the sales for toiletries or for to specific any category, there are going to be three conditions or three criteria. Of course, sales, if you are looking at sales means, obviously it will not be this. Sales means it has to be this. So sales based on three things or three criteria. First two criteria will be based on date, like greater than equal to the start date and less than equal to the end date. And the third criteria will be based on the category. Like, for example, now we are having May month, right? And you can see it's your stock out only. Obviously, sales means I have to look out for the stock out sheet only because that has got the sales details for me. The other one, stock inflow, is all purchase details, na? So May month, let me come here. Okay, May month. Any specific category? There are three categories, na? If I choose maybe home care, I've got 5 rows or records, and the sum of my not units sold at sales that we really are looking on to. It's your 25,375, 25,375. I am getting it. So three criteria, two dates, greater than equal to start date, less than equal to end date. And third one is the category. Category values are given here. That's why you're seeing here the last one. If you no, the category is F15 or what is it? F15, ah? Yeah, it is F15, home care. That was all sales. Stock in same way, category wise stock in for May month. I have to go to inflow. Okay, I'll come here. I'll select May month. Okay, let me go into home care now again. So two criteria based on two dates, and third criteria is all about the category. So what is the, it's now not the sales we have already done, but unit received as in units purchased. It's your 85 units that we have purchased. Yes. Now we are not really going to be building up our column chart based on stocking, but column chart based on this. I can just select this, come over here. Of course, you could have done this with a pivot chart also. That would have been more easier if you feel. Yes, definitely. Not a problem. I cannot go for pivot chart now. Sorry. Yeah. This is what I have built in. Of course, I'm having a sort of gradient finish I'm giving based on the colors. Okay, based on the values, I'm giving a gradient finishing. You can see very well what has been done. This is also a shape, a rounded rectangle. On top of that only my graph or the chart is being placed. You can see that. Okay. You can see here, I have chosen this monochromic only. You are seeing that. That's how that particular gradient field is coming and the data labels are all given. So current month sales by category. Now this, after all of this done, now what is this small table? It's, yeah, it is actually a table. You can see here, it's a table. The table, I am having my product name, reorder level. How am I getting the reorder level? It's a VLOOKUP. I'm comparing each of these products, or I'm going to look out for each of these products in my master sheet, because master sheet is what is the only sheet out of the three which is having the reorder level. So all of that, you can see the VLOOKUP on top. Okay, then stock in. I am Again, writing a sum if, okay, based on dates for the May month, greater than equal to the start date, less than equal to end date. And the third criteria is the product name over here. Okay. Same way stock out, like stocks purchased, units purchased, and this is sum of units purchased or units received. This is sum of units sold out. Again for the current month, which is May 2024. And then you have your available stock. Available stock is obviously stock in minus stock out. That's your available. You can see here L18 minus M18. And your status, you might ask me, same kind of an table is available here. It's at product level, but here it's a kind of a overall, like not based on month wise. But here that you are really seeing, it's based on month wise. Okay, we are selecting a specific month. The out of 8, I'm selecting a specific month, and month wise, what is the status, like inventory status, whether we are good to go, is there, are we really entering a danger zone for that particular product for that particular month. Okay, same logic only. Available stock, if it is less than reorder, then we are in a reorder now status, otherwise it's all stock. Okay. And this is a normal to be talk what about your title I've given. Background color, if you look, I have left out this particular, if you wait. It doesn't, although the grid lines are not, I mean, they are actually available, but the background color is kind of same as that grid line shade. So that's why, just to make it look good, nothing else. So that's all about the sample project that I am providing for the course. You can add in to your resume. Of course, the sample resume is also given in the Google Drive, and it has this particular sample project included. A small 3 to 4 lines description is given there. You can look onto it. Okay, you can download the sample resume, see to it. It was one of the old students. I had modeled her resume, which she provided to just suit up your all needs. Okay.